Hello everyone, and welcome to the first of what will be many videos that I will make on a weekly basis. Generally for English 1020, there'll be 2, maybe 3 videos a week, with the exception of week 5 when it's going to be a little bit busier. But make sure that you go and check out the other video that was made back in the fall of 2020, covering the logistics of this course. For those of you who may be new to the university, maybe new to eCourseware, I have made a video that shows you just how to navigate this course. So make sure that you go ahead and check that out. But this video, I'm going to be going over some important things from the syllabus. Most of the videos will be less than 15 minutes, 15 minutes or less. This video will probably be a little bit longer because there are some specific things from the syllabus that I want to talk about. So for week 1 of the, here in week 1, so the first 2 weeks worth of reading, those can be found on eCourseware, but you are expected to have a copy of the textbook, Writing Memphis, the 3rd edition with Katie Friedland, the editor. So make sure that you go ahead and do that. Make sure you get the textbook as soon as possible. It is between $35 and $40. As I have said in emails, if there is an issue with getting the textbook, be it financial or otherwise, please be in touch and I will work with you on getting you access to the book. But make sure that this gets done as soon as possible, because once the first 2 weeks are done, it is expected that every student will have access to the readings and to the accompanying questions for the various assignments. So my email address, jccuson@memphis.edu. Please make sure that you are sending me emails through there. Do not send any emails to me through eCourseware. There is an option to do that, but my preference is that you avoid doing that. By now you should know about our Discord. That is my name on Discord, JRCUSS. Please see accompanying links in our emails and announcements on eCourseware, as there will be links to join this digital space. If you have not done so, make sure you get the link from me so that you can do so as soon as possible. It is through Discord I will be posting these videos. In addition to that, it is also a great place to send me personal messages. We will also be having our mandatory conferences through this platform as well. Virtual office hours. So I will be available on campus this semester for those who are interested. Students must be fully vaccinated and present proof as such in order to have an in-person meeting. And I can go over those details with you if you would like to have in-person meetings. I will be available Wednesdays and Thursdays in Patterson Hall 320 from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. So that is an opportunity for you to meet with me in person if you so choose. However, I know that students either will not be comfortable with that or are not in Memphis, so you logistically cannot do this. So of course, I will be available for virtual individual conferences Monday through Thursday during the day and evening with 24 hours notice. So if you email me and say, Mr. Cuson, can we have a meeting tonight? I will generally say no. But with 24 hours notice, I can generally make meetings happen Monday through Thursday. There are certain circumstances when I may be able to accommodate limited weekend sessions, but a lot of my Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are going to be spent grading your material. So I'm really going to stay away from having conferences on those days. It is generally difficult for me to meet me outside of the Monday through Thursday. Emails will be responded to in 24 to 48 hours. If I have not responded to an email of yours after 48 hours, please send it again. I do not consider it rude. Just send it again, and it's fine. It's really important that I communicate with you in a timely fashion, so just send it again. So I really want to be specific and clear when we talk about the risks presented by COVID-19. The following key policies and procedures are designed with safety and flexibility in mind. So the most important thing, as with anything, is communication. You really have to communicate well. Okay? This is an important element of any college classroom, but especially now. I consider myself to be a private person, and I don't want to invade the privacy of my students, but the reality is that, there are a lot of issues that we need to consider this semester. It's not just COVID-19 and our physical health, but I know that this virus and the isolation and the concern and the worry, that there is also mental health issues as well. I know the economic factors as well has created a lot of housing and food insecurity. The most important thing that you guys and girls need to understand is that I'm willing to work and help in whatever way I can, and that includes identifying people, identifying resources for all of you, and trying to work with you. But you have to maintain an open line of communication. One of my biggest pet peeves is students who bring up issues after an assignment is done or at the end of a semester. I have a lot more flexibility before the fact. When something comes up, let me know as soon as possible, and I will do the same. Students who are sick should let me know as soon as possible. Although there was COVID-19 to be concerned about, there is the flu season as well. Again, communication is crucial. I am not going to have a stated late policy, but if you do not turn an assignment in and there is no corresponding email, students may be given a 0 even if the assignment is only turned in a few minutes late. Okay, if there is an issue or doubt about your situation, this is why you need to be in contact. Okay, so if you email me and say, Mr. Cuson, I'm not going to be able to turn an assignment in for such and such a reason, then there's flexibility, then we can work something out, then we can have a conversation. But if you don't email me anything, and even if you turn it in 5 minutes late, there's still a possibility that your assignment is going to be marked as a 0. Okay, so always be in communication and talking to me. So vaccinations are not required at the University of Memphis, but in the interest of transparency, I am informing you now that students who get COVID-19 but are vaccinated are going to be given more leeway than students who are unvaccinated. Okay, I'm telling this to be transparent on my end, and I'm certainly going to be handling these issues on a case-by-case basis, because I also understand that a segment of this population cannot be vaccinated for health reasons. Okay, so again, this is why communication is important. Getting vaccinated is an individual choice, but choices also come with consequences. It is my sincere hope that we are all able to stay healthy this semester, but I'm also preparing for the realities of the continuing pandemic. Students should also plan on getting a flu shot as well. I'm not going to necessarily check on that, but it is something that I would strongly recommend that you take care of as well. So the grade breakdown for the class, the rhetorical analysis is 10%. The researched argument draft, the first draft, is 5%. The new media draft, 20%. The revision argument revision, the final paper that you turn in this semester. We do not have any quizzes. We do not have any exams. That will be 35% of your grade. And then you get into kind of the weekly assignments. You're going to do 9 discussion boards. That will add up to be 10% of your grade. The journal entries that you do for this class, there are 12 of those. That's 10%. And the one-pagers, there are 9 of those. Make sure that you read the syllabus and other attachments for more details on these assignments. You also want to read the syllabus to inform yourself about email etiquette as well as discussion board etiquette. When it comes to plagiarism and integrity, plagiarism tends to be much more of an issue in English 1020 courses than they do in 1010 courses. Plagiarism, cheating, and other forms of academic dishonesty are prohibited. Students guilty of academic misconduct, either directly or indirectly, through participation or assistance, are immediately responsible to the instructor of the class, in addition to other possible disciplinary sanctions which may be imposed. If you plagiarize in this class, there is a distinct possibility that you will not only get an F on the assignment, but you may also get an F for the class. Do not plagiarize, even on the smaller assignments. If there is, again, any doubt, you need to be in contact with me. I've also included the information on the website. The expectations for academic integrity and student conduct are described in detail on the website of the Office of Student Judicial and Ethical Affairs, and read the section about academic dishonesty. Students with disabilities, of course, are they earn accommodations. It's really, really important that you are in contact with me so that we can have conversations about whatever disabilities and whatever issues that you are going through. It is ultimately you as a student, your responsibility to initiate contact with their home institutions, disability staff, and to follow the established procedures for having the accommodation notice sent to the instructor. So the rundown for week 1, you want to make sure you're watching the videos, viewing the PowerPoint. You need to complete the following readings: the preface, which is those pages, the student course narratives, pages 153 and 171 to 172. I am a Memphian, pages 197 through 204. And then you're going to complete the discussion post. Your initial post is due by Tuesday, August the 24th at 11:59. Your 2 response posts are due by Friday, August the 27th at 11:59 p.m. Complete the first journal entry that highlights your takeaways from this preface. This journal entry will be due by Thursday, August 26th at 11:59. And the first one-pager talking about your experiences as a Memphian, the first one-pager is due by Friday, August 27th at 11:59. So, introductions, that's what your first discussion board is going to be covering. For your first discussion board, I want you to introduce yourselves. Please discuss who you are by giving us your name, your year, major, job, and some favorite hobbies. I also want you to illustrate some subjects you may be interested in researching in a few weeks. In the rest of your response, I want you to highlight a couple things. What aspects of the course are you interested in? What are you concerned about? You can highlight your concerns when it comes to writing an argumentative research paper or perhaps the pandemic. I want these initial responses and your subsequent responses to be a chance for you to all get to know each other and highlight what you think about this class. You are responsible for completing your initial post of 200 to 250 words by Tuesday, August the 24th at 11:59. Then you should respond to 2 of your peers by 100 to 150 words by Friday, August 27th at 11:59. For the first journal entry, you will need to make sure you read the preface from Writing Memphis, written by the coordinator of the first year writing program, who also happens to be my boss, Catherine Friedland. There is a great deal of valuable information in this introduction to the book, which also serves as a bit of an introduction to the class as well. I want you to highlight 3 takeaways from the text. Please quote or paraphrase the passages before explaining why the statement is important or how this will help you moving forward with the rest of the semester. All journal entries for this class should be at least 3/4 of a page. The journal entry must be posted by Thursday, August the 26th at 11:59 p.m. Finally, the one-pager, I am a Memphian. So you will first need to complete that reading from your textbook. I am asking you to write your first one-pager about being a Memphian. This can be positive or negative and may include the pandemic, again, in your response. You should be considered a Memphian whether you were born here or whether you are new to the city. Regardless of what you choose, I encourage you to be as creative as possible in much the same way as author Dan Conaway. If you are an online student who has not and does not live in Memphis, please email me and we will figure out an alternative. One-pagers should always be a full page. They may be as long as 2 pages. The one-pager should be posted onto this Dropbox by Friday, August the 27th at 11:59. So that is a rundown of the week, and that is also a look at some of the highlights of the syllabus. If anything is unclear, please don't hesitate to ask any questions that you might have about this assignment. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to working with all of you and reading your discussion posts in week 1.